What is good, y'all? It's your boy Ty back here with another video. And in this video today, guys, we're going to be talking about which limited option pack player you guys should choose after your 6th ring in MyTeam Limited. Now, for me specifically, I didn't get all of my 6 rings, and I really don't care. It doesn't really bug me that much because are any of these takeover players must-haves? No. Okay? I want to start off this video by saying none of these takeover players are must-haves. If you don't have any of these cards, or if you haven't played limited this season, you're fine, guys. There's nothing to really get mad about or upset about. Now, with that being said, basically what I'm going to be doing in this video is ranking these from 10 to 1. Which of these cards I would least recommend and which of these cards I would most recommend. Now, again, this is just my opinion, so take it for what it is worth. Now, again, make sure that you guys smash that subscribe button if you are new. Now, I'm going to start off with the garbage man. Elvin Hayes is an absolute garbage man. This dude stinks in my team and just not worth picking up. Kevin Johnson, look, he would be okay if he was a little bit taller. He's 6'1", with a 65 interior and a 40-some block as well as a 40 strength. Not worth it. Tiny Archibald might even be worse. 6'1", literally a worse version of Kevin Johnson. Like, those cards stink. And don't even get me started on Chuck Person, who also stinks in my team. So those, I would say, are the 4 garbage men. The 4 cards that you should 100% not choose unless you're a massive fan of one of them, or unless you've grinded out all of them and they're the only ones you have left for the collector level. Like, that is the only reason I'd get any of those 4. Now let's go to the decent tier, okay? So there's gonna be 3 tiers. There's gonna be the garbage tier, the decent tier, and then the 3 good tiers. Now, the decent tier, let's start with Dennis Rodman, okay? 6'7", not a great 3-ball, but good driving dunk, good ball handle, great defensively. And that's where I'm like, okay, if you want to go out and get Dennis Rodman to play your small forward, power forward position, I can't hate it. Because if you can green with this card, you can use this card at any level. Is he going to handle the ball? No. Well, for you, no. I mean, he's not going to be a great playmaker. But on the defensive end of the court specifically, how many people in my team are going to be better than Dennis Rodman? Not many, right? There's not going to be many better than Dennis Rodman. So if you want to, if you get your 6th ring and you want to decide to go and get Dennis Rodman, do it, okay? Because he is very solid in my team. The next solid option is Kenyon Martin. 6'9", decent 3-ball, good standing driving dunk. He's basically the opposite of a guy like Dennis Rodman. Like, Dennis Rodman is going to be great defensively. Kenyon Martin is going to be very mid defensively, but really good around the rim. Standing driving dunk's incredible. Badge-wise, really solid for Kenyon Martin. I don't think anybody's going to argue that. Like, from top to bottom, his badges are really, really solid. Does he need some badges like rebound chaser? Sure. He's not perfect, and that's why he's in the same tier as a guy like Dennis Rodman. But if you've got some of the top guys and Kenyon Martin still remains and you want a decent enough power forward in my team, I have no problem if you want to go out and get Kenyon Martin. Is the card perfect? No. Is the card okay and usable? Absolutely. The third card at the mediocre tier is Kiki Vanderway. 6'8", 220 pounds, 93 ball, can't really dunk the ball, low ball handle, defensively the definition of mid. The one thing Kiki's going to do is shoot the ball well with a solid release. Hall of Fame Ant Blinders catch shoot volume shooter, pretty solid badge-wise, gold limitless, and 3 bronze badges. Is he going to be as good as a guy like Diamond Andrew Wiggins? No, he's not. But Kiki can play a role for you. He's going to be a very good knockdown shooter at 6'8" at that small forward position. So again, he's not a worthless card. Is he better than Kenyon Martin? That's up for debate. Is he better than Dennis Rodman? They're completely opposites, but it is up for a debate. And so those 3 are guys I would have in that kind of middle ground where if you want to run these cards, if you want to get this card out of MyTeam Limited, I got no problem with it because all 3 of those cards are playable. Next, to the elite tier. Starting with Danny Manning, 6'9", 79 3-ball, good standing driving dunk, good ball handle, solid enough defensively. Just the whole package, right, for Danny Manning. That's really what he does provide. Dennis Rodman, great defensively. Kiki, great offensively. Danny Manning can just do it all. Hall of Fame brick wall, rebound, masher, bully, 19 gold badges. I feel like he's in my top 2. That I don't know where, but with how good his stats are, his badges are, at 6'10" with that kind of length, I feel like I can't even say top 2 because the top 3 are all elite, but he's definitely in that top 3. There's a bad tier, there's a middle tier, and then there's a good tier. Danny Manning is in those good tier of players. He can do no wrong. The next card, OG Anunoby. Now, the reason I would not suggest to get OG is because you guys can grind for him. That's the only reason, right? And so for me, when you go in here to take over players, this grind is a couple hours long. So you're telling me you're going to lock in for a guy that might take you longer to get your ring in MyTeam Limited for than to grind these out? That just doesn't necessarily make sense to me. But with that being said, if that's what you want to do and decide to do, I can't fault you for it. Because this card in OG Anunoby is really good. 6'7". If you don't like playing offline, here you go. 88 3 ball, 90 driving deck, 86 ball handle. Defensively, nearly perfect. I can't even make the case Danny Manning is better than this card. He's better badge-wise, but stat-wise, it's not even close. So OG stat-wise is better. Danny Manning has the height. He's got the badges. And so that's why they're both in my good tier. I mean, I think I would prefer OG Anunoby, but they're both really good cards. Like, they're both cards, if I had on my nobody spent, that probably would play for me. And speaking of my nobody spent, I'm going to get 6 rings, so we'll decide who I do choose. But that's kind of where I'm at right now, where both Danny Manning and OG Anunoby are really, really solid options. But then you get Eddie Jones, shooting guard. 6'6", 93 3 ball, 90 driving deck, 88 ball handle, 95 steal, 93 perimeter, 80 interior, good speed, great lateral quickness. There's no flaws in Eddie Jones, tendency-wise. Perfect, nearly all across the board. 4 Hall of Famers, Ages 3, clamps, gloves, interceptor. 28 gold badges, including all other shooting, playmaking, defensive badges. 8 on silver with 3 bronze badges. Eddie Jones has 43 total badges. He might be the most complete out of all these takeover rewards. So that is my good tier. Eddie Jones, OG Anunoby, as well as Danny Manning. So let's rank these cards from top to bottom. My worst coming in at number 10, Nate Archibald. Literally a garbage man. At number 9, we're plugging in Elvin Hayes. This card is useless. Not quite as useless as Nate Archibald because he can defend a little bit, but he's useless. At number 8, Kevin Johnson. No, I'm tired of people hyping up this card, saying this card's not bad. He stinks. He's stunk. He literally is garbage. At number 7, Chuck Person. The reason he's not lower is at least he can shoot and somewhat play defense, but he is literally garbage as well. So those are our bottom 4, like we said. Those are, you know, who number 7 is. At number 6, pretty difficult, giving it to Kenya Martin. Probably the worst at the OK range. I just don't think his stats are good enough to be any higher. And number 5, going with Kiki Vanderweg. He can shoot, but you always know when it comes to TyDeBo, we're going to prioritize defense. Coming in at number 4, Dennis Rodman, who I could make the case for because of that defensive end of the court. Top 3, I know I said he's top 2, but Danny Manning's got to come in at number 3. I mean, I love the card. I think the card is really good, but I can't be any higher on him. He's definitely number 3 on this list. Number 2, OG Anunoby. Great defensive player, really solid release. Just a great overall player. And at number 1, Eddie Jones. So if it came down to me right now, or my nobody spent, probably choosing Eddie Jones. If you needed a small forward, I'd recommend OG Anunoby. It's going to wrap it up for our video today, guys. Hopefully, each and every you guys did enjoy it. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.